Hey, what's going on, guys? EC here, and today we're going to be looking at this service, Antstream Arcade. And I just want to basically have a little look at something and talk about some stuff with this service. So, obviously, for those that don't know, this is obviously a cloud gaming based service with a bunch of retro games. It's obviously got stuff like also it's got stuff like achievements in it you can do and challenges. There is a free tier, but if you want to play the games, you have to pay for it. So obviously, I'm on the free tier currently, and I'm just gonna have a little look, see what they've got. But we've got multiplayer games, you've got new games, and some of these new games are notable games, stuff from companies like Pico Interactive, and BBG Entertainment. It's kind of mad because obviously, when you think of a cloud gaming service that basically is like a buffet when it comes to like retro gaming, you like your mind will tend to go to either PlayStation Now, or sorry, PlayStation Plus, or Switch Online, but neither of them really offer this sort of like as in-depth library. This has everything from arcade games all the way up to the original PlayStation, and they have spoken about obviously expanding the library over time as well into more modern systems like the PS2, PS2, Dreamcast, stuff like that, which I'm all for. But it all depends on licensing, obviously. So how the service basically works is per game played, for like per session and how long the sessions are. Developers actually get a nice little paycheck, and obviously this is obviously the free tier, so obviously you can't actually play the games. But like for instance, I want to search up. If I go here, obviously you can see you got some recommendation stuff suggested: all, Maze, Spectrum, Taito, Star Wars, Sport, SNK Strategy, and Pinball. And see, it's currently showing 312 games out of 1,465, meaning there's almost what 1,500 games on this service, which is pretty impressive, pretty amazing. But obviously, you guys know me. I'm gonna search for obviously my favorite game publisher and the company I have an investment in. And that's Atari. So let's have a look at Atari because I actually want to see what Atari games come up. So if we search, there we go. Right, let's see what we get. Okay, we've got players. Obviously, these are obviously some players that are obviously playing this game. So we've got game titles. That's Circus Atari. Don't know what that is. Then we got some what's it? Some Lynx games. I'm not actually sure if any of these are actually made by Atari. I believe this one is Super Astros and Missile Command. I know that's Atari. The others not so sure. And we've got a platform Atari 2600. So a majority of these games will be obviously Atari's games. You got 3D tic tac toe, Adventure, Aquaventure, Asteroids Boxing, Circus Atari, Crystal Castles, Dark Chambers, Defender 2, Dodgem, Flag Capture Haunted House, Human Cannibal, Motorhorn? I can't read that. Outlaw, Quad Run, Real Sports Football, Real Sports Soccer, Real Sports Tennis, Skydiver, Space War, Yard's Revenge. Nice little selection of 2600 games. Obviously, from what I've been told by the Twitter users Power Dubs, Atari actually made an investment of $100,000 into Antstream Arcade. So what I think Atari needs to do is Atari needs to obviously provide a few more games to this service. Just obviously they've made an investment in the service, so you might as well. What happened there? Oh, I've heard it out, but yeah. We got the 7800 platform with Alien Brigade, Desert Falcon. I can't read. Some of these titles have like what's really annoying to me. I can't read half these thumbnails because of how small the writing is. I am dyslexic, so when it's all like smudged together, I can't really read it. We've got Food Fight, Ninja Golf, Planet Smashers, Scrap Dog. So 7800 there's barely anything here, but obviously the 7800 only had like 69 games in total anyway. So got Atari 8-bit, Atari 5200. Because remember the Atari 5200? Yeah, people actually bought one of them. Apparently, people from what I know, there's like one game that people no, there's like 1 million consoles sold compared to 26 thing. But let's have a look at all the games. As you can see, there is hundreds of games here. So you got A, you got B, they got Burger Time. Love me a bit Burger Time. Burger Time's like a classic. The must-have video game of the century. Then we have our Chips Challenges here. That's cool. Why is there two versions of it? I think one's a Spectrum, one's not. Dizzy. Love a bit of a Dizzy the Adventurer. Oh, this is what Crystal. Tower. I don't know. Clay Fighter. Oh, Clay Fighter. I remember Clay Fighter. Back in the day, that was like a terrible fighting game. So that's it. This is in like the first 300. So let's look at D to F. Okay. More Dizzy stuff. We've got some. What's that? Death Race. Okay. That's cool. David Tentacle. Obviously. Got a bit of David Tentacle. I'm just having a little look. See. Earthworm Jim. Yeah. Who doesn't know Earthworm Jim? Earthworm Jim was a classic, man. Like, that was like in the place, like, big game back in the day. Obviously, I don't know what most of these games are. I'm just singling out the ones I do know. First Samurai, that's the Pico Interactive game, I believe. I believe, anyway. Don't quote me on that. This is a huge library. Like, genuinely, there's just so much stuff here. And I have no idea what most of the stuff even is, so... Oh, Horace goes skiing. Yes, that's like the best. I think that's a ZX. I'm pretty sure that's a ZX Spectrum. Love me a bit of ZX Spectrum. Like, genuinely, like, that was like the go-to thing. Impossible. That's another Pico Interactive game. Jern Mac, Caveman Ninja. Sweet. See, I'm actually surprised at some of the games we've got here, because some of these publishers don't exist anymore. Or from what I know, their libraries are just all over the place. Like, when a lot of the Lock and Chase, brilliant little Pacman clone. Because when a lot of these game publishers go bankrupt, a lot of the assets just get sort of bought by random companies. They got Mortal Kombat. They got the original Mortal Kombat, yes. Because the newer ones I'm not really a fan of. I prefer the original classic arcade games. Because, I don't know. I got when they did like the whole like real life like 3D graphics where it's supposed to be like look realistic, it just kind of lost me. You know, Mortal Kombat to me was always supposed to be like a bit more absurd. But yeah, like they do have quite a nice library. Like genuinely, I got Pacman. Okay, cool, that's cool. They have Pacman. Like, I don't get how they were able to license such a huge library. I don't even know if this thing is profitable, to be honest. Like, how do they make money off of having such this big library? Then again, I do think they do have the advantage of the fact that these games are relatively small compared to what we get with other cloud gaming services. So compared to, say, like you had your Google Stadia. Google Stadia never had these sort of games. And people are like, yeah, these are smaller games. These are, you know, that's the whole point. Like, the smaller games will be less intensive on a stream. They'll be less intensive to obviously stream from a server to your thing. Take less Wi-Fi as well and less data. I think that's a huge advantage. And I feel like that's where this platform has over something like Stadia. Obviously, Stadia's now gone. You can't play Stadia anymore. But I feel like this is what they could have. This is like big thing on why it's still around. It was Xenon. No, Yars Revenge, sweet. Oh, and they got the Zool games. We got a Zool game. And Zero Tolerance, that's pretty cool. Oh, Zombies Ain't My Neighbors. Bloody hell, that's a good game. Then we have games with numbers in them, and there's only like 7, 8. Yeah, 8 games with numbers in them. But it is what it is. Now, obviously, I think this is a pretty impressive lineup. I think this is nice, especially like if you're like new into gaming and you just want to like get a small library, or well, I say small library. This library is like 3 times the size of Game Pass. So if you want to get a huge library of retro games, I recommend checking this stuff out. Obviously, it's available on Android phones, PC. It's now on your Xbox, so you can buy it on your Xbox. It's not on iPhone because obviously Apple doesn't allow cloud gaming services on their products. Guys, let me know your thoughts about this in the comments down below. Are you going to check out Antstream Arcade? I think it's quite an interesting lineup of stuff that they've got here. Hopefully they keep updating more, especially where they have supporters like Pico Interactive and Atari. They could easily benefit from having those publishers bring more games over, but we will have to see. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts about this in the comments down below. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe, like, share, comment, turn notifications. I've been EC, and I'm signing out. Peace.